Alright, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how I do my December daily. Now you can see I have a whole bunch of stuff here. I am using Teresa Collins Christmas story paper as well as her newest evergreen collection, along with a ton of other bits and bobs and supplies that I have procured. Now I have my foundation pages. These are from Christmas Story. So I'm going to take these out. Alright, so I am actually doing Teresa Collins's Christmas Countdown. So it's an online course. It's a full month and she kind of is just celebrating the season. This is a way to document your life, your traditions, and just really kind of empower you and feel the joy of the Christmas season. Now, I didn't buy the kit that went along with it, so I am using her course as an inspiration for my personal book. So in it, she has a wreath that she used a twig. I have some garland that I actually trimmed down a little bit and gave it a haircut. It's still shedding. I have some pictures. Today's prompt, well, this is the day 3 prompt, was talking about traditions and things like that. So I pulled 3 pictures from my camera. This one is of our cat last year. She's so cute. She's hiding in the Christmas tree because what cat can't resist climbing a tree? Though this year she is doing better. Here are some of the lovely crystal ornaments that my mother-in-law gets me every year, and they're all hanging on our tree. And then a new tradition that we have done, well, not new, a tradition that I started is each year I try to get everyone or have everyone pick an ornament for themselves. And so these are the 3 ornaments that I picked out because, well, we're still in lockdown and having the whole family go out just is too much. So a rainbow, this lovely kind of copper geometric star, and a boombox that has yellow on it for my child because they love yellow. Now Teresa is using a Spread Joy card from the Evergreen collection, so I went ahead and cut that out. And in this course you also have a lovely PDF that has tons and tons of things that you can print out. I took little pieces from it and printed them out on this vellum, and then I also created this using some of her die cuts. Her digital die cuts. I actually created this shape using one of her alphabets and then one of her numbers. So just kind of created my own little logo there, so we'll use that. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I think on this page what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wreath. It already has some greenery on it, so why not add some more? All right, so let's see, how big do I want it? How small? That's why I trimmed it, because this is so small that, I don't know. Let's see. It's looking really bulky right there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now she also used some ribbon to kind of attach this with a stapler. So let's see how to do this. Just gonna cut a length. This is just some ribbon from Michael's. It's just gold. You can obviously use any ribbon that you want to. So, right. think we're gonna attach it up here, but we're gonna fold this over. So let me go run and get my stapler, and we'll attach this to the page. All right, I dug around in my stash and I couldn't find anything, so I'm just gonna use a regular old stapler to attach it on here. This is too much work, so we're not gonna do it. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh, you know what? We're off center, so we're gonna move this back. All right. I think that's gonna be pretty good. So attach that at the top. There we go, and then we'll attach one a little bit below. Let's see, that one was a little off center, so there we go, we've attached it. All right, can I use that? Away it goes. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna put one of these days over in this corner right here. Now I printed out a few different sizes just so I could find one that actually worked well. So I'm gonna trim this down a little bit and then we'll see where we go from there. Moved a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right, so that one, I don't know. What do we think about that one? That or that? I think the second biggest one. And then we'll trim off some of these. Needs a haircut. Fluff, fluff, fluff. There we go, I think that'll be better. And then day 3 right there. Might think about gluing something to this wreath. There we go. All right, gonna take this to the trash can. Whew. Try not to make too much of a mess of my space. All right, oh, yes, we do need this. I'm going to cut this because I like straight lines and I don't trust myself with scissors all the time. All right, we'll start on this side since I know that's straight. So, okay, there we go. And there we go. All right, there's that. So now the question is, how should we attach that? Now, could just staple it down like we did that one, and I think that we could actually hide it, so let's just go ahead and do that. All right, I have a scrap of washi that I'm just going to use to hold that down so it doesn't move around on us too much, because vellum can be very tricksy indeed. So there we go. There's that. So can we come at it from this side? Eee! Okay. Now I think we'll have to come at it from the bottom. Straighten that up. There we go. And there we go, we stapled that. We have that. Take this lovely piece of scrap washi off and re-straighten that. That's looking pretty cute. There we go. Alright, we'll leave this for the time being. I think we might be able to do something more with this, but hasn't quite hit me yet, so we're going to set that off to the side. I'm going to start on the facing page. So because it's such a small book, kind of a little bit pressed for space on a single page. So I think I might add this here. And then let's see, this is the ornaments, and then this is the other one. So this is what I want to kind of feature because it is the tradition. So there, and then we also have our traditions that we want to put on there. So obviously that is too big. That, you know what? That might not be too big, but what I do want to do is I think I want to color behind the traditions. I think I'm just gonna color it white. So let me go grab my colored pencils and I'll be right back. All right, I'm just gonna grab some Prismacolors. Some people say the type of supplies you don't use don't matter, but I think having a good quality colored pencil is essential, because what happens with non-standard but not name brand colored pencils is they skimp, they cheap out on the pigment. So when you color, you don't get the color that you would hope for. So I'm going to sharpen this one so I have enough. All right, we have a newly sharpened white pencil, and I'm going to be coloring on the reverse side of my vellum. And cue the coloring music. All right, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay. So now let's just double check and make sure that this is going to work before we start cutting, because, you know, measure twice, cut once. All right. So that will fit, and you can see the white behind the letters is actually making them stand out even more. Which I like. I like having different levels of transparency and translucency. It just kind of adds depth to your page. So now when I cut this out, I'm only going to worry about the bottom and then this side, because I can glue this down and then just trim off the edges after I'm done adhering it to the page. So let's go ahead and cut this out. There we go. All right, and now I have this lovely thin strip. Now, one thing that I love to use when you have these little strips of paper is to use the Xyron sticker maker. So let me go grab that and I'll be right back. So this is a sticker maker. Your strip of paper goes in here and you pull it out here and you have adhesive on the back. It's wonderful. So with the side that you want up, without the sticky on it, the side that you want the sticky on needs to be down. Just kind of put it in, line it up, and pull it through. There we go. Now, one thing that I like to do is I like to take my bone folder, I like to turn it over, and I really like to burnish the back, especially when I'm doing vellum, because I want the adhesive to adhere evenly to the back of the vellum so it gets a uniform look. You don't want to have any spots or bubbles because vellum is translucent and you can definitely see when things are not all the same. So we'll do that. I'll flip it over, and sometimes I have an issue with the glue not coming off around the edges, so I just kind of like to run the edge around. I like to run the edge of the thing around the strip of paper that I've done, just to make sure the glue only sticks where it needs to be, because when you pull this off, all your extra glue is going to be stuck to the plastic, and then you have a sticker right there, ripe for the sticking. So there we have it. I'm going to bring our plaid sheet back. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to carefully, ever so carefully, align this. This is the reason why I left the top and the sides, so that way if I didn't get my measurements correct, I have room for error. So I'm going to line this up to the edge, the fold, and then I'm going to align the top of the letters with the top of the page. Kind of do that. I'm going to stick this back on the paper, and I'm going to burnish this down as well. And you can see, because I've done a good job of adhering the adhesive to the back of the paper, that it is burnishing really well to my piece of paper. There we go. And now all we need to do is take our craft knife and run it along the edges to remove any excess. Now, I would say don't throw this excess away. These are nice, lovely strips that you can use as stripes later on as a decorative element. So don't throw it away. If you want to, you can, but I like to save probably too much. I like to run my craft knife quite a few times. I don't like to get it in the first go, because sometimes your craft knife can go off to one side or the other, and I don't want to make a cut that I don't want to mess up my piece. So there we go, and then I'm going to do this side. Well, this side is probably easier to do with a pair of scissors, so you can do, honestly, you can do either way. It's up to you and what you feel you'd like to do. So we kind of have a strip. I'm going to stick it back on my sticker paper. I'm just going to save that for later, put it off the side, probably forget about it and throw it away, but that's neither here nor there. So there we have it. We have our traditions. So I want to put these two right. I'm going to put these two on this, but then I also want to have my kitty picture. Now, the kitty picture is slightly wider than my flap, but I have my spread joy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that here and then have the kitty picture right there. So that way, no one needs to know that I made a mistake. And if you don't like this kind of overhang right here, you can just cover this with washi tape, which is exactly what I might do. But first, let's tackle the base of the page. So these are traditions. So these are the pictures that I want. Now, the question I have to ask myself is, how do I want to attach this to the paper? Do I just want to staple it because I've been stapling everything? Do I want to glue them down? Or do I want to have them like flip up or something so I can put journaling underneath them? These are all valid options. Now you can choose what you want to do. And that's like the beauty of taking a course. The course is merely a suggestion of what you can do. Just an idea, a springboard, if you will, of what you can do for that. All right, I have some leftover ho 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 paper that has dot grid printed on the back. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my picture, and then I'm going to create a flap that I'll flip up, and then I can journal inside about these traditions, because that's the point of this project, is to journal and to document the past, the present, and what you want for the future for this Christmas time, for this December. So these pictures, I believe, are by 3 inches, but let me grab a ruler so y'all can see a little bit better. All right, well, here's a mat. We'll do it on here since I can't find it. Ah, here we go. Here's a ruler. All right, so these pictures are 3 and a, not quite 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter. They're about 3 3/8 by 2 1/8. Or if you want to do metric, it's probably it's based on. So 5.5 centimeters wide by just over 8.5 centimeters. So 5.5 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters. That's going to be your more exact measurement. I find that the fractions far more confusing than metric, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna mark on my paper. Now I marked, and on the inside of this line is where I actually want to cut. I don't want to cut on the line, I want to cut just inside the line so I don't get that marker in my final product. So inside of the line, so I'm going to cut this way. I'm not going to cut that way. Go. There's our strip of paper, and that works out perfectly just underneath that. There we go. And I'm just going to have mine stay just a little bit on that side, and then just gonna eyeball it. There we go. Square it up, burnish it, and then I'll just chop this even. There we go. Now I can just use use your Mega Runner or whatever. I'm just using this Tombow Mono adhesive that's permanent. And I'm going to run it on this side of the card. kind of just line it up at the top. There we go. That. And this one, oh, this one is the one we want to use. We have just a tiny bit on this, so I will mark this as well. And just on the inside of that is where we want to cut it as well. Cut that off. That's just extra. We want to save that. Never know when you're going to need all your little bits and bobs. So here we are, just inside. Try to make sure everything's mostly straight. Here we go. Try it again to make sure we got the width right. No, we did not. Oh, it's because I cut the wrong one. It's because I cut the wrong one. All right. Okay, one more time from the top. There we go, inside of the second line, because I cut the old one. Did not mean to. Okay, that out of the way. There we go. So that is relatively straight. There we go. All right. That looks good. And then we'll eyeball it again, folding it over just underneath it. There we go. Make sure everything lines up. Then we'll burnish that to get a really sharp crease. And we'll just cut off the bottom. Go, and then we'll glue to this side. A lot of sticky on there because you don't want your photo popping off because we're making this for posterity. There we go. Line it up. There we go. And then we have our second one. Okay, now do we want to have it like that, side by side, a little bit offset? I don't know, but I do know we want Penny over here, and we want, see, that needs to be a little bit closer. That there. We need to make sure we have a little bit of an area so it actually kind of stays a little bit more closed. So that, then we'll put that picture right there, and this can go right here. And so we have about that much of space over on this side that we want, that I want to go ahead and cover with some washi. So let's get to washing. So we're gonna, it's just that side. So right from this way over. This is a nice wide washi. It is from Christmas Story collage washi. Let's just line this up with the edge. And we can just line it up with a black line on the inside. No, I'm gonna line it up to the edge. There we go. Take out our scissors and chop this washi. Go, and I like to burnish my washi down just a little bit, just so it sticks nicely. We're going to layer up some washis because you can still kind of see through it. So maybe I'll take this number washi, run that right here. All right, then let's see. Evergreen washi collection had a thin gold, and that's what I'm gonna grab. Go, we're going to use that one or the silver one, we'll see. Okay, so we have gold and we have silver. Let's see, which one do you think would go best? I think the gold, and we'll just run it along the edge. Sometimes finding the edge of washi can be quite hard, especially a new set of washi. I just got this the other day. Washi end, where are you? Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the end. Go. Go. Burnish from the other side. There we go. I think that is going to cover it. Yep, that covers the extra stuff. And there we have it. All right. All right, let's see how this looks at the bottom. I think I like that at the bottom. We'll do another washi collage at the bottom of this paper. I think we'll just go all the way across. Line it up with that. There we go. All right, we have that one. And I say we add a little gold at the bottom too, just so everything's all matchy-matchy. Here we go. Gonna chop that And there we go. Make sure that's stuck so I can get a good angle on it. There we go. Let's burnish on the other side. Make sure everything sticks down. There we go. And that's okay that this overlaps. It just adds to, it adds visual interest to your page. And then this one we're gonna glue right over here. Okay, I think first I will glue this one down. Kind of center that up, and then I'll do the rest. So I'm just gonna glue on everything on this side of the washi. Or yes, tape, glue, whatever. Alright, so there we go, there's that. You cute little honey. We'll offset this picture from the fold a little bit. Make sure to get this bumpy edge because this is not a smooth surface. So we'll set this off. There we go, there's that. That is super cute. And then I think we'll do the new ornaments on the left and Swarovski elements on the right. So we'll line this one up there and that one up like that. So I'm just going to glue the back of this. And I'll come back and do my journaling a little later. Kind of keep this there as a place marker so we don't get over too far. Line that up with that. That. There we go. And we'll do the same with this one. This one like this. Try to make everything somewhat parallel. And there we go. We have our traditions. All right, let's see how it looks in the book. All right, we have that. Now, I don't know about you, but I think I want something in this corner, and I'm not sure what it is. So I'm gonna pull out some stickers and some ephemera, and I'm going to see if I can find something that kind of just sparks my interest. All right. We have Christmas countdown, that could go there. So we'll set that one aside. This is the Christmas sticker set from Christmas Story. December Daily. Maybe December Daily, we'll see. We'll save Merry and Bright for day 4. So those. And then let's see what's in here. So, Alright, so these are all of the things that are in there in various different sizes, obviously. So, and out we come. Oh, very merry. Alright. Our holiday tradition. That sounds like that would be a good one. Be merry. December, good cheer, merry. Our favorite holiday tradition. And I like the look of this black. It kind of stands out a little bit more, but I'm going to save that right there. Merry Christmas. Oops, took out an extra page. Stay in there. That. Then end of this. All right. Ooh, our holiday tradition. That one's even better because it has the gold on it. Maybe not. Where did it go? Oh no. I've got to find the right one. Where did it go? Alright, time to clean up. There we go. There's that. And this. All this out of the way. Give ourselves some space to work. So now our holiday tradition. I think I'm going to need to cut this a little bit. So we're going to eyeball it and cut it. We'll have this end come off the edge, but we definitely need slightly longer than that. So we want it going back that way. And then move that out of the way. Do that right on top of Christmas. There we go. Trim off that tiny little bit. Holiday tradition, and then we're just gonna put some adhesive on this. Just gonna do that on this paper. And my fingers on the sides to get rid of any excess thing, the excess adhesive, and then we're just going to kind of add this right here. There we go. And again, chop off the excess. And there we have it. There is our layout and kind of my thought process of how I create. So there we go. Day 3, traditions, and our lovely pictures, and I'll be journaling in that later. All right, and so here we have the final layout. We have our traditions, our day 3, spread joy, our 3 traditions that we have. Well, I hope the cat getting in the tree isn't a tradition, but you know, it is what it is. So there we go. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great holiday season, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!